goddamn scared to death, and I use it for my advantage, and I feel amazing.
Tom Aspinall.
I'm here to take over, lad. I'm the new cash cow. I'm the new main man on the UFC roster. People are going to be calling me out now.
Paddy Pimblett.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video.
I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it. Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Dean Thomas, where are you right now?
Man, I'm in London town, baby. I'm out here with all my peoples from the UK.
Now, right now, as I speak to you, is it people in the room or is it just me and you?
No, it's just me and you. Like, I mean, I'm in the media room. The UFC, shout out to the UFC for hooking me up with the media room. They allowed me to come into the media room so I could do this.
First of all, you really, and I'm saying, and you know I love you. You really are a whore. What are you, fucking Ricky Bobby? I think there's some space on your fucking eyebrow or something you could put a fucking other end. I know you got. What do you got? What's on the back of you? Fucking Five Guys fries or fucking? You're a fucking whore. Look at you. How much space are you going to be on now?
It's not that, man. This is all. What you talking about? Like the stuff I'm wearing? This is all free stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I have nothing else. I only wear free clothes.
Anyway. Dean Thomas, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Paddy Pimblett on. Hold on.
Pimblett.
What did you say?
Did you call him Pimblett?
I said Paddy Pimblett. Pimblett. How do you say it? Pimblett.
I think that's it. Okay, Pimblett, yeah.
Yeah. And then Tom Aspinall on.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall.
But before, Tom is ready to go. But you got to tell him to hold on for literally not even a minute. Okay? Not even in a minute. The audience, we're gonna start it back, but I want you to hear. Have you ever heard Big Dick Energy by Lotto?
Nah, man, I never heard that.
I got that Big D energy, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. That Big D energy. That's why my name start with a D.
Dean Thomas. We got Tom Aspinall. Let's pretend that last 5 minutes didn't happen. Let's go. Tom, what's up, man?
Guys, hello. Let me start off this thing just with a quick confession.
Yes.
I may be the biggest Matt Serra fan that has ever walked the face of the earth.
I love you. I wish I had a fucking applause button. Dean Thomas, come on. Dean, I don't want to clap for myself. Tom,
no, I'm gonna clap for you. I'm gonna clap for you.
What a way to you know.
That is a way to start an interview. That is how you get on the good side.
I don't believe this is your first time on the show. I'm excited about that. We want to get to know you a little bit because you're, dude, undefeated in the UFC. You're doing something right. People are always gonna go, hey man, could he go the distance? How could he go after 3 rounds? He never went after 3 rounds. That might be annoying, but it means you're doing something right when the fights aren't going past fucking 3 rounds. How do you take it when people are actually like, oh man, let's see what happens to him? Like, look what happened to Terrence McKinney when he got tired. What do you tell people when they start questioning your endurance?
I mean, at the moment, it's unknown to everybody. Like, to be honest, I think they're quite valid points because I'm quite interested myself because I don't know how the 3rd round feels. I definitely don't know how the 4th and 5th rounds feel. So it's a question that I would like to tick off myself. You know what I mean? I would like to tick that box mentally. But like you say, if you're finishing everyone quick, like you're doing something right. So I'm happy with the way it's gone so far.
I'm sorry, Dean. I was just going to say, they fight, you fight the way you train. I know you haven't felt it in a fight, but I'm sure, how's it going in sparring? I'm sure you've done 5 rounds. You have to know in your heart that you could go 5 rounds, correct?
Oh, many times in training I've done it. And I mean, you know what it's like? We do it in the worst situations in training as well. It's like you have a fresh guy outside the cage waiting for you. You have another guy in. you're fucking tired. Guys are coming in, beating the shit out of you when you're tired. It's just uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable time. So I'm looking forward to having somebody who is on the same level as exhausted as I am for the 5 rounds, hopefully.
Well, my whole thing with you getting tired and fighting all those rounds is that when I watch you fight, I sense a lot of composure in the way you fight. And even when you fought Orlovsky, you put together like a 40-piece combination on him and then knew to chill out a little bit so you didn't get tired. And that to me was a sign of maturity and experience that is well above probably your years that you have in fighting. So like, I don't know. To me, the question isn't how you're going to respond when you get tired. It may be how you're going to respond when, say, you get hurt and tired, or so on and so forth. But the question I want to ask you really is this: you said something about, and this is when when you first came on the scene, that you didn't feel like you was ready to move up, and you said you had a lot to learn, and that you still felt like you still wanted to grow and develop more before you took on these top guys. Do you still feel that way, or is this your coming out party?
I mean, it is my coming out party, that's for sure. But I think, me personally speaking, I think that the difference between me and the top of the top level guys is not skill level, it's not speed, it's not power, it's not any of that kind of stuff. Literally, the only difference between me and the top level guys is experience. Like, I don't have that experience, and I'm aware that the experience, it is an important factor in this game. So basically, I wanted to take the fight because I'm going to say this without trying to sound too cocky, because I'm not trying to come across that way. This is just honesty. Anybody outside the top 10, anybody outside the top 15, like, they're not going to give me any time really in the octagon. I'm not saying that they can't beat me, because they can beat me. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. This is the heavyweight division, etc. But I just think I'm head and shoulders above them guys skill-wise. So the guys outside the top 10, the guys outside the top 15, like, they're just not going to give me much octagon time at all. So, we need to take the step up and start fighting these mega experienced, mega dangerous guys. And I feel like say, this is my coming out party now. It's my time to do it, and I'm going to enjoy it.
I like how you said with your sparring, how it gives you confidence when you're fighting a guy on the same level as you, endurance-wise, where when you get those fresh guys, I used to split it up like 2 guys around, and there was always that one prick who was like, yeah, can I go in on the 5th round, the last 2.5 minutes? That motherfucker, they want to be fresh when you're the most tired. So right or wrong, you always got those cocksuckers.
I was always that guy. Matt's tired. Let me get him now.
Yo, but Tom, for the people that don't know you, they just know you as the guy going in there just putting people away, which is awesome. But a little bit about you. Where are you from, first of all, and what was the first discipline you started with the arts?
So I'm obviously a British guy. I'm from Manchester, England. And yeah, we love a bit of Manchester in this place. Matt, believe it.
Man, hey, y'all be fighting in Manchester, man. It's dangerous over there.
Matt, believe it or not, you're not going to believe this, but we have actually met in Manchester, England before.
Me and you.
I was there. You don't know it because I was just like hiding around corners, taking pictures with my little camera at the time. No, I'm joking. We met actually in the we met in a UFC, like in a hotel lobby one time. You won't remember it. This was years ago.
Yeah. Oh, but I remember being in I remember just everybody in Manchester was every time I've been there, dude, phenomenal. They were just always so nice to me. They were, I don't know, they're very salt of the earth people. You know what I mean? Like very down to earth people. I always was blown away. And same thing with Raging Al. I was there with Raging Al one time, but like, yo, these people are awesome. You know what I mean? Buying me drinks and singing songs and shit. I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a very it's like a blue collar kind of place, very, very working class place, friendly place. Everybody there is like, not everybody, but most people, they're very warm people and family people and stuff like that. So it's a nice place. But to answer the original question, I actually my father is one of the first UK BJJ black belts. So
shit. Oh.
First of all, I got into jiu-jitsu. First of all, I got into jiu-jitsu. Then I got into a little bit of wrestling. I was always a big kid, so Like I would be going into the jiu-jitsu competitions and I would be 12 years old and there would be no one in the next guy in my weight category would be 16.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like this. So I would get a little bit sick of fighting people older than me. So I'd switch to another discipline where I could compete. I'd go to boxing for a little bit and I'd have a few boxing fights and then I'd switch to Thai boxing and wrestling. And by the time I was 18, I'd basically done a little bit of everything. And then it was just like a natural progression. I want to be in the UFC.
What's your father's lineage with his black belt? Do you know his instructor? And like which Gracie, which Machado?
Yeah,
go back to.
He's from Carlson Gracie.
Okay, all right, there you go. I always, you know, I always like to know for some reason. It always goes back to like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon type of thing. I don't fucking know.
I'm from the Carlson side too.
Are you?
Yeah, from Laborio.
Man, you're like a Ronin. You're like a masterless samurai. You're like a fucking gunslinger for hire. Look at him. Look at him. He knew he was going to be on the camera today. He's like Ricky Bobby. Look at him, Tom. Look at him.
No, that is not true. That is not true. No.
Out. So Tom, so you took to the striking just as easily to the grappling, or one more easier to the other?
No, I actually didn't. For my first few fights, I had like no striking. You know, the turning point for me, in all honesty, was one time in a fight, in one of my amateur fights, I knocked someone out. Like I just punched him and I just knocked him clean out on the floor. And then I realized, oh shit, like you can save a lot of energy from just punching somebody. Like you don't have to take them down. You don't have to pass guard. You don't have to try and do all this other stuff. You can just do that. You can just boom and they're asleep. The fight's over. And then from that point, basically, I just fell in love with striking. I just wanted to knock everybody out.
I was going to say, doesn't it suck? Like, listen, I think about this a lot, man. There's guys out there that train their hardest and a couple of things that they just can't help. Or one is their chin. You know, maybe they can help like being more elusive, but they're not going to strengthen their chin. Some people just got glass chins. And another thing is power. You know what I mean? Like some guys can hit that heavy bag all day long and they better hope they're precise as fuck because they can't crack an egg. You know what I mean? So do you ever think like, thank goodness you got some power, even though I'm sure you work on it and make it better. Dude, fuck, if I didn't have heavy hands and just a fucking omoplata, I'm not getting a fucking world title. Like, you don't think I think about this? Thank goodness I got a nice Kimura, but fuck, I wasn't getting George down. I'm with you on that shit, especially as you get older. You're a young dude. Because I used to be like running around, chasing guys down. It's fucking tiring. And just the striking alone, it does. It's a lot. It's not that it's not tiring, but it's better than a failed double leg. I don't know.
I know that. I made you chase me around for 15 minutes.
It's true. It's true. I think that's the last time I did that shit. I go, fuck this. I better learn to fucking strike. Yeah. So Tom, let me ask you something. When you're not training, which I'm sure right now you're in beast mode, let the people know. What do you like to do? What is one of the hobbies unrelated? I don't want to rest about you on your mountain bike. No, I'm only kidding. If that's what you're into. Every time I say this, guys go, I like kettlebells. I go, what the fuck? I'm only kidding. What is it, Tom? What do you like to do?
Well, I got 3 small children. I got 3 small kids. So, you know, that takes up a lot of the old time because, you know, I'm busy, man. I got 3 kids.
How old?
So I got a 5-year-old boy and I got 2-year-old twins boys.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I'm a busy dude.
You are busy.
Man, yeah, especially at that age, you got to be like Spider-Man, like with the reflexes, catching everything.
So that brings me to my next question. The one thing that everybody knows about you is your speed. Well, first, you got to be fast to deal with those 3 kids, I'm sure. But I remember watching you fight and thinking, man, I didn't think you were as big as you were because you were so fast. It wasn't until recently I realized you were 6'5". 6'5", and you got the speed of a middleweight. When did you realize that this was an asset of yours?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have the same issue as you. I see a lot of people saying, he's not even a heavyweight. He's not a big heavyweight, but I'm one of the biggest heavyweights on the roster. Like, I've met a lot of these guys before. And, I'm bigger than most of these guys. I think where it comes is I started off training when I wasn't as big. Like I was a kid when I started training. So I was never a big guy. You know, a lot of big guys, like they come in the gym and they're already massive. Like they use the size to win a lot of the rounds, and muscle through a lot of techniques, and don't use technique properly, and do all the other stuff. They don't really need to use speed because they're so big and strong. But I used my speed a lot because I was a lot smaller when I first started training, and I think I just kind of maintained that as I grew into an adult.
Main event, man. It's with that comes a lot more attention, but also some shit can be annoying. You got people hitting you up for tickets and stuff, Tom. Yes? Tell me.
Yes, of course I have. Yeah, of course I got people. Yeah, of course.
Selfish motherfuckers. You're getting ready. You could either have the best day of your life, the worst day of your life. Can I have a ticket for me and my cousin? Fuck off, mate, right?
Yeah. I know the feeling.
I don't like that shit. People are so selfish, I don't like, sometimes people try to go through me for tickets. I go, dude, I don't like asking tickets for myself. I'm that guy. Don't make me, I'm not cashing in a favor for you. So I don't know. Why do I get all up in arms?
I hear you, man. I'm the same way.
Well, listen, man, I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's your time to shine, Tom. It really is.
Like, I'm just going to go in there and just have the time of my life, forget about this pressure, forget about all the other stuff. A lot of these guys, they don't even get the opportunity to do this. A lot of these guys don't even get the opportunity to fight in the UFC, never mind headline a main event in your own country. So, man, on Saturday, I'm just looking forward to going in there and just absolutely having the time of my life.
Dude, that's a great mindset, brother. Hey, man, we'll be watching this weekend. All our best, Tom. All right, come back on again, dude. We're fans.
Thank you. Anytime. Thank you.
Listen, I forgot to ask Tom. Did you see the new Batman movie?
I did not see the new
Could you
Batman
please
movie.
get with the pop culture, man? First, you never heard the song "Big Dick Energy."
No, man, I saw something way more important. Something that I thought that you would appreciate.
What is that?
West Side Story, because it's all singing, and I absolutely love the new West Side Story.
When you reject
all the way from your first cigarette
to your last dying day. Ow!
When you reject, you can do. I'm just saying, man.
Officer Grumpy,
at it again.
Yeah, you listen to that old school stuff, and I'm gonna listen to Big D Energy. I cleaned up in case this kid's in the car.
See, that's the difference between me and you. You see what I'm saying? I listen to sophisticated music for adults, and you listen to Big D Energy.
Big D Energy. Listen, I'm sorry. Are we still on air?
No, they canceled us.
Oh shit, we are so good. One, we bring good. Thanks for taking that. Listen, I love rivalry gear, but thanks for taking the hat off.
Yeah, man, I'll take the hat off.
You can't be like a goddamn billboard on the show.
No, man, listen.
You can't be like a billboard on the show. Have some self-respect.
It's not me.
Some self-respect.
Listen, it's what I had on today, man. You know what I'm saying? I literally got off the plane a couple hours ago, man. That's what I had on today. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, shout out to the UFC people, the blue shirts in the back, man. They hook me up all the time, man. People don't understand how the operations work.
I say enough of your talking about. You want to waste everybody's time about you getting free shit? They hate on you when you brag about that. They hate on you.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people the work behind the scenes at the UFC. All everybody want to talk about is Conor McGregor and Jorge Masvidal.
I'm sorry. Let's be appreciative. I want to thank the UFC for my Hall of Fame jacket. It fits so nice, and I wear it out. And stop kissing everybody's ass. You're Dean fucking Thomas.
I know, man.
But listen to me. And listen, pretend this camera's not on. Stop being the guy just happy to be here. You deserve it.
No, but I'm happy to be here.
They're not going to be in your shoes. They couldn't even. They'd be shaking that coffee. They can't even put it to their lips. Remember who the fuck you are, Dean Thomas. Remember who the fuck you are.
I have to remember that.
All right? Oh, come on, man. Shit.
Oh, man,
yeah,
you're silly.
Hey, Rory, who do you want me to get on the fucking, who do you want me to harass to get on you? Who do you want me to get? Fuck everybody. You're Dean fucking Thomas.
That's what I tried to tell Rory. I tried to tell him that.
Listen to me, man. I can't wait to do. Listen, we got to do another looking for a fight soon because I'm going to be going under the knife soon, bro.
You getting that knee surgery?
My knee. I'm done. This is the problem. I'm sure you look on my Instagram, Matt Serra BJJ, and you see me doing maybe a drop Sayanagi into a modified clock choke, or you see me doing a escaping S mount into X guard. Okay,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I know. I've done it. But the point is this. That's all I could do. I could do that, play VR, I attack my wife, but I mean, I can't. I'm not going for the walks. Running out of the question. And I'm starting to walk so fucked up, I'm afraid it's going to affect my hips. And next thing you know, I'm a fucking broken person. Let me get the goddamn knees done. Bisping swears by it. All right, Dean Thomas?
Well, are you using the same doctor that he used? Because, like, you could be using it. I mean, I don't know what kind of insurance you got. You might got that Bobo insurance and send you over to the
no, man.
Some doctor in the hood.
I'm going into the city on Monday, man. I'm going to be seeing somebody. I'm going to be seeing, I don't want to, I don't know.
You better make sure it's a good doctor, though.
At a very good doctor,
All right.
But anyway, I recommend you seeing the Batman.
Really?
I do. Hey, Dean Thomas. I know sometimes you think that I'm just a big man child.
Sometimes you are. I always think that. It's off. I never not think that.
What do you want me to be a stiff? You want me to be a fucking stiff?
No, I like you being a man child. That's cool.
I got that big D energy. Got that big D energy. Got the rope. I'm coming to you, D Thomas. I'm coming to you. Pull the rope. Pretend like you.
I got that big D energy. I got that big D energy.
Energy. Anyway, listen, that song, I'll tell you, it gets in that old noggin of mine. Yo, we got Paddy Pimblett coming on, man. Tell me about who Paddy's fighting. Come on. Come on.
Kazula Vargas? Kazula Vargas. Yeah, tough Mexican kid, man. You know what I'm saying? A tough, strong Mexican kid. Power punchers, like sit down on his punches. So, yeah. But, it's one of the fights where I think it favors Paddy in a way, but he's also got to be careful because, Paddy, his defense be lacking sometimes. He likes to get hit, it seems. And this dude likes to punch hard. So, this fight could.
I ain't going to let nobody hit it off the Hennessy. Hit it off the Hennessy. Big D energy. Hit it off the Hennessy. You're a grown-ass man. I just do this to see if you laugh. I don't laugh at that. You're not even laughing with me. You're laughing fucking at me.
Of course. Of course I'm laughing at you.
I'm a husband and a father. Oh, listen, Dean Thomas. So as of today, I got a week. The fam's out of town, bro. I'm like, yo.
No, for real?
Come over here, dude. Let's film.
Man,
let's film Old School 2. Let's fucking do it.
Oh, man.
Let's get a fucking kegger. Yeah, let's fucking do it. Yes. Yes.
How long they going for?
A week. They're meeting up with my sister-in-law in Florida, my in-laws. Then they're doing theme park. They have a good time.
Oh, wait a minute. This is that time of year where y'all supposed to go to Disney, right? Remember?
No, I went to Disney already.
You already did that?
Dude, nobody spends more time with their family than me. You know that.
Oh, I know that.
Followed closely by my time in VR and my academy, which I'd say the academy VR is a close second and third, with the academy being more.
Yeah.
I got that song in the brain.
I know how much time you spend with your family.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they appreciate it.
You like goof on me with it. You're like,
no, I don't.
You're like, why are you always calling them? I'm like, why not? What do you mean?
That is true.
You're like, why are you always calling?
I'm like, why are you always calling your family for?
I think it was even our producer, Rory. He's like, why not? What are you talking? You're like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess there's worse things you can bitch about, Dean Thomas.
That is true. Why am I tripping on you about calling your family? Like, that's a bad thing.
Hey, man, well, we got a couple minutes. Let's talk about this fight card, bro. Holy fucking... I got to stop cursing so much. Let me clean that up right now. I will not curse for the rest of the show. And this is not a bit.
Okay.
Because then they're going to go to and be like, look, you cursed. I'm not cursing.
All right. I'll help you with that because I don't curse. I try not to curse on air anyway. Okay. All right. No cursing.
cock, balls. I got out of my system. Now we're done.
All right.
Starting right
No
now.
more starting
right
now.
accurate.
Right now.
All right,
No
look,
accurate. Yeah.
Let's start with the main event. All right, let's start back. Alexander Volkov versus Tom Aspinall. Dude, first of all, I'm always that guy kind of biased after we have a guy on. I like him.
I always do the same thing too, but I've made my pick early.
Dude, listen to me. This kid grew up on MMA, man. His dad being one of the first black belts over in Manchester. I mean, I like where his head's at. I like when we talk to him, he seems the right amount of confident and the right amount of, you know, let's keep this in perspective. Don't put too much on it where I'm not gonna fucking pull the trigger. You know?
Yeah. I've always liked Tom Aspinall, man, and I think he's gonna bust Alexander up. I think he's gonna be too fast for him. He's too slick for him. I mean, Alexander's a durable guy. He's gonna be around for a while, but Tom Aspinall, I think he's just too fast and too slick, man. I think he's gonna bust him up.
Dude, okay. I know you're objective when you're over there. You calling these fights, no?
Yeah. No, well, yeah, well, kind of. I mean, I'm working, you know. I just sit and I just analyze them. I don't call them.
Analyze. You just say what you say. So you could be like, I was wrong.
Yeah, and I'm always wrong. So like, it doesn't matter.
So, nah, you listen to me. I like your input. You know. What's what's the name of Justin Gaethje's coach?
Oh, Trevor Whitman.
Is it true Trevor Whitman has a voodoo doll of you?
I know that's why my back hurt now, man. I can't hardly walk. But
son of a bitch, I might need that gig. I'm only fucking around. Listen, I think Tom. I think he's gonna catch him early. I think he's gonna get him second round.
Think so? I mean,
second round, he's gonna find his home. I think Alexander's gonna be like, I must break you. Alexander's like a big, like fucking James Bond villain. Some guys are like that.
Yeah.
Him and Magomed, they could be like two henchmen, but like the fucking like big, like fucking serious guys. I don't know, but I think Tom's gonna find his home, dude. The guy doesn't know any better to retreat at all. He's gonna go forward. He's gonna he's not gonna be cautious. I think he will, but what he's doing is working for him. So it's not like we have to see which Tom shows up. He's gonna show up, and Alexander gonna be able to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I could see to work against Tom is fighting at home and getting nervous. But you know, talking to him right now, he seems like he's got that under control. Because you know, sometimes you fight at home and distractions, you get a little nervous. But he sounds like he got that under control, so I'm not even worried about that no more.
Yo, we got Paddy Pimblett, man. Paddy Pimblett, let's get him in here. What up, Paddy?
How are we, Matt? You good?
Good, man. How we doing, bro?
Yeah, you can hear me, Sean. I'm good, lad. I'm good. What's going down?
Are you at the club? Where you at?
We're in where we've got the after party. Liverpool are playing in 45 minutes, lad. So we're gonna. I've had to do it here. I need to watch the Mighty Reds play.
Ah, fuck. The Mighty Reds? What's the Mighty Reds?
What's happening? Meatball.
Oh, meatball.
One meatball to another.
One meatball to another. Yes.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, meatball. Hey, listen. You show me your friends. You show me. Now we lost them. We left with meatball.
Oh,
I thought he took off with meatball, Maloney. Paddy, how are you, bro?
I'm good. How are we, fella? You good?
I'm good, man. It's so funny, man. I looked on the, you see those fucking things on YouTube about the news and MMA, and I see the guy throwing, you guys are throwing shit at each other in a cafeteria. Listen, I got 3 kids at school. I'm watching the new Batman. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I know what's going on when I chim it. What's going on, Paddy? Why are you getting attacked? What happened?
People trying to hang off my coattails, lads. People trying to jump on board my hype train, lad, and get something out of it. That's all it is.
You're a likable guy. I don't know what it is why is people pissed off? Like, why did that guy throw that at you?
A lot of Georgians have took something I said the wrong way. Like, you need to get your boy straight, lad. Mareb, tell him to get his facts right, lad, because he's saying the same thing. I never said nothing about no war. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all saying that I've said something about a war when I haven't.
Yeah. Don't you hate when things get political? You know what I mean?
Like, it wasn't like that. Know what I mean? I just had a back and forth with Guram, and then Ilya got involved. Well, he's not Ilya no more to me. He's Mr. Hand Sanitizer. Because it got backed off his head. Know what I mean? He'll never be his normal name now. He's Mr. Hand Sanitizer. So I had an argument with Guram and Mr. Hand Sanitizer, and I said something which, when I look back now, it was out of line. I didn't mean it to come across that way. It got took completely out of context. But if he wants to try and throw punches at me, I'll slip it and throw a hand sanitizer at his head.
Yeah, dude, I get it. I mean, listen, you know what it is? You're a likable guy. I can't see you being a guy that's trying to hurt people's fucking, like, not a guy you're fighting or a guy you want to smack.
He's
like,
honest, you know, like he's honest. He's honest for him. And we talk about him being a likable guy. When we were in New York City, I remember the line to get a Paddy Pimblett signature was wrapped around the building all the way into the street, onto the other block. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this dude has one fight in the UFC and has already got this type of a buzz. Paddy, how did you get that type of buzz so fast?
Because I'm just real, lad. I'm just me. I'm not putting on no character like you see a lot of these fighters nowadays trying to put on like a WWE persona. That ain't me, lad. I'm just me, and I think a lot of people can relate to me because I don't try and be something that I'm not. I'm just who I am. And also, I don't look like a fighter. Know what I mean? I'm not. I'm got a shaved head and
you look like a Beatle.
I look like I'm in a boy band.
Yeah.
You're checking off all the boxes because there's something about you. It's, you know, people, it draws attention. And you don't have to be a douchebag to get that. That's what I like about you. Your fighting's exciting. You're energized. You seem like a happy-go-lucky guy. You know, you don't seem like a guy that walks around with a chip on his shoulder, like a guy like Dean Thomas. You seem like a guy that's always, you know what I mean? You're always smiling, even in the cage.
I'm more even today. When I was, I had to stare down with Rodrigo Vargas today. I still shook his hand and smiled at him. You know what I mean? I can't help it. I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy, as you say. I don't try and upset anyone, but some people take things I say the wrong way. You know what I mean? And because of that, they don't like me. So it's one of them.
Every fight in the UFC is a tough fight. But when people see that they're going to be matched up with you, they want all your shine. They want it. They want to be Paddy. They want people to say, oh, that's the guy that beat Paddy. How does that feel? Because it's not like you're in there and you're the UFC champ right now and everybody obviously wants your head. They want you as a feather in their cap. They want to steal your greatness. Is there something extra about that? Because that comes with all the attention.
Yeah, it does. That's something that I saw coming years and years ago. I knew that was coming even before I signed with the UFC. I knew once I was there and I got my first win and had my first interview and all the attention was on me, I knew full well that every man and his dog would start calling me out. That's been happening to me for years on the UK MMA scene. There's a few dudes on the UK MMA scene what got a reputation just because I argued with them. So now I'm just not giving anyone any attention. Like I say, Mr. Hand Sanitizer, I'm never going to give him any more attention, lad, unless he does try and steal it on me again and I'll knock him out. I'm just not going to do that before a fight when I could break my hand punching him. That's why I threw something at him. I'm not doing that in the lead up to a fight when I want to get paid to fight on Saturday night and to win. I'm not risking not fighting by punching someone like an idiot.
Now, all these guys, they all want to attack you and, steal your shine. Does any of those names sound enticing to you? Do you look at any of these guys and go, all right, I'll fight that guy? Is there anybody out there that you see?
I just sign the name what gets put on the contract, lad. When I get sent the contract, whatever name is on that, I will sign it. It's that simple. I don't care who it is, where they're from, what background you've got. No matter who it is, I will sign that contract. Vargas was the first name what got sent to me and I signed the contract. Whoever's the next name what gets sent to me on the contract after I beat Vargas, I will sign the contract. But I'm going to get fat first.
Well, I'll tell you, Paddy, your attitude I'm very impressed. I mean, was your parents putting Tony Robbins CDs in your crib listening? How did I want to know, like, your motivation. How did you get such self-belief? Like, where it's not cocky if it's the truth. Like, you believe in your greatness. Where does that stem from? When?
Yeah, I believe in myself wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I always say in this sport, if you think anyone can beat you, then you're in the wrong game. You've got to believe you can beat anybody. Like, it doesn't matter what the odds are or what anyone says. It's not a team game. It's not football or basketball. You can't say, oh, yeah, that team would beat us. It doesn't work like that. This is fighting. This is one-on-one combat. You've got to believe wholeheartedly in yourself that you can beat anyone. So that's why when people ask me, oh, would you beat him? Would you beat him? I'm like, yeah, beat him tomorrow. Beat him tomorrow. Because I believe in myself that when that cage door shuts, I don't care who you put me in there with, I'll beat them up.
I got to ask you, Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard. I see that shirt. Now tell me, follow my, what is this? Is it, what
was it Instagram account disabled, Matt?
What's disabled? Tell me.
My Instagram with 920,000 followers has been disabled.
Why would they do that?
He said because of bullying and harassment. When it's me who gets bullied and harassed, and I just give it back to the trolls. The worst thing about this one is they've took my account off me because I defended a 3-year-old child who's dying. I posted them on me. I posted a video of him to try and raise money for his GoFundMe for his treatment. He's got a brain tumor and cancer. He's going through life-changing chemotherapy and experimental treatments. He's only 3 years of age, and some disgusting human being commented something vile about him. So I reported the comment, and Instagram hit me with the notification. This comment does not go against our community guidelines, so we will not remove it. So because of that, I had to give the fella, and I terrorised him. I said to him, listen, you're a piece of dog shit. You're like vermin on my shoe. The next day, my account got disabled.
When you look around lately in the world, a lot of things are backwards right now. Like right now, Cain Velasquez is in jail, and the person that did something to his relative is free. It's not, how is that justice? How does a judge do that? And just, how is that fine? How's that okay? It just, there's so much things that are just wrong now that, I don't know. It's just very strange. I don't want to get negative. I'm just thinking, like, all you could do is, I don't know, spread positive.
Luckily enough, the new Instagram's already on like 80,000 followers. Yesterday, when I got to the hotel, it was only on like 28,000, and a day doing UFC stuff, it's already up to 80. And I know when I have me fight, and they say, do you want to fight next? And I grab the mic and say, Mark Zuckerberg, I'm coming for you. I'm going to punch your head in. I know it'll jump back up to 1 million.
You can't argue with that, Dean Thomas.
Man, Paddy, you are something else. What do you think about these comparisons that people have made between you and Conor McGregor?
Well, I always say it's a brilliant comparison for me. Obviously, he's the biggest name the sport's ever seen. He changed the face of MMA. I always say McGregor doesn't get enough respect because of what he's done outside the cage, but he changed the game. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be so many eyes on the sport now, but I'm going to change the game. He brought a new demographic to the sport in like 20 odd year olds. I bring a new demographic to sport where it's like 4, 5, 6 year olds. I bring kids to sport. You want to see when I fight, lad, how many little kids are there. And I bring MMA fans in for life. 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds want to see me fight, and then forever they're an MMA fan. We're going to take over boxing while I'm fighting in the UFC. Watch.
I can see that because, like, when you look at you, like, you're very kid friendly. Like, your hair, you got a clean face. Like, you should be on a Nickelodeon kid show. You're very kid friendly. Look at him. No, not you, Matt. No, no, definitely not. You're a villain, Matt.
But listen, when they do make that comparison, I guess it could be a little, like, once in a while annoying because it's like, yo, I'm my own person. I'm my own type of superstar. But it's not like, hey, man, you're the next. You remind me of fucking Frank Trigg or something. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yo, what the fuck? What guy? You know what I mean? You'd want to fucking throw a sanitizer at my head if I said that.
The next Diego Sanchez is going to turn out to be a bin man. At least it's McGregor.
Exactly. You don't even know who Frank Trigg is. You can't even laugh at that.
He's like, who?
Daddy, listen, man. You are on this weekend. Listen, we're part of the many, many people around the world. When you're fighting, we're tuning in. Another day for you to shine. It's got to be exciting. It's in England. Fuck.
Don't you worry. When I walk out, you're going to watch and be like, oh my God, this kid is for real. You're going to see an atmosphere like I've never seen before. I promise you now, it's going to be special. I'm going to win the fight before I even get in the cage. His ass is going to fall out of him.
I believe it, brother. I believe that you're showing up. I can't wait. All right, Paddy. Come back on soon, bro.
Definitely after I get this win, get back on me and I'll have nice big cheeks like this while I'm eating lots of cookies.
I love cookies. Fucking yeah, Paddy. Take care, brother.
Fellas, thank you for having me.
Paddy, last time he was on, he was talking about the chocolate crisps or something, like a different kind of chocolate bar. Oh, yeah, Dean Thomas. I think, yeah, you weren't on that time, but we were talking about some chocolate. He's saying the chocolate's better over there in England.
Oh, is it?
Well, listen.
Well, I can find out. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'll find out.
Thomas!
I'm here. I'm in the hotel right now.
I think it's something called a chocolate crisp or some shit like that. Golden crisp.
I don't know, man. All I know is I'm in London right now. I'm in the hotel right now.
Look at you.
And I saw Paddy in the elevator 30 minutes ago, and he said, I'm gonna find a nice quiet place to do this interview. And where did he do it? He did it outside the club, outside a concert.
And look at you. You're in a fucking, you got your own cubicle and everything.
Yeah, man.
Thomas, first of all, listen, Paddy Pimblett, I like his energy. I know so many Georgians, and Marab's a Georgian. They're such great people. I really don't think he meant anything to hurt people's feelings. Or
I don't think so.
I don't know what he said. I don't really know the ins and outs, but I think that he's a nice kid, you know. And now with Twitter, everything's weird. Maybe you say something you don't really mean, or it comes out weird, and I don't know.
Well, it's man, and everybody's so sensitive. So like, they're not willing to listen to the whole statement. So they just hear what they want to hear. They're sensitive, and then they start attacking people. Until we can slow down and have like serious conversations and serious dialogue, people are always gonna be this way. But everybody's so sensitive and just ready to pull the trigger so fast, man. And it's unfortunate that you can't say nothing now, because if you say one thing, bam, everybody blow up on you.
Is there something wrong? Would I like to have a good time?
Yeah, man, we like to have a good time. Like, listen, if we're not having fun, who's not having fun?
So listen, right? Nobody's at Dean Thomas. I like that saying. Sounds like mine. So
I know, I stole it from you.
Dean Thomas, so my family's away for a week. Maybe I'll have a kegger.
I would come over, man, but I'm out here.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta keep myself busy. There's only so many video games I can play. I had a Stouffer's pizza for breakfast. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you like that right now. But wait another week or two. Wait another couple of days, man, when you get tired of that and you miss your kids and your wife, and you're gonna be crying, calling me up on the phone crying.
Well, don't pick up like normal.
This time I will pick up, because I know it's serious. Like if you end up calling me, I'm going to know it's serious, so I'm going to pick up for you.
People don't know that about me. I don't do anything. And my wife doesn't like to do anything either. She likes to just train. I like that. Sometimes I see people going out, like outside doing things. I like movies and shit. Like I saw Batman with my family, and like I'll go out to eat with my wife or something. Like me and my family after training the other night went to the Cheesecake Factory. It was fun.
That's great, man.
They had pizzas. I had that as hors d'oeuvres. It's fucking delicious. As appetizer, not hors d'oeuvres. But anyway, I have a good time. Like that's what I do. I just hang out with my family. I do my jiu-jitsu. But I just my point is this. I don't like to go anywhere.
I know. I'm with you on that.
So like I'm gonna be a homebody. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend a lot more time at the school. But I'm always at the school. I'm gonna stay busy, Dean Thomas. What about you? What about you in England? I'm
gonna go out here, man. I'm gonna go see some Shakespeare.
No, come on, dude. First time there?
Yeah. Well, no, I've been like to Manchester and Birmingham and Liverpool, but this is my first time in London. I've never been to London before.
Oh shit! Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
Yeah. I'm gonna go by Buckingham Palace. I'm gonna see if I can't get the guards to.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
I ain't gonna get in trouble. They cool with the brothers from the United States.
Like guarding the Queen.
Yeah.
Calling the Queen. I don't know. Maybe they don't say that. Did you know that Arnold Allen is fighting Dan Hooker?
Yeah, man, that's a great fight too, man. I kind of go back and forth on this, but I know which way I'm leaning.
It's the return of Gunnar Nelson.
Yeah, I just talked to his people right now.
I like Gunnar Nelson.
I know, man, but we're not going to see the fight the fight that we wanted, really, because I wanted to see him fight Claudio Silva. That would have been two good jiu-jitsu guys, man. But now
fighting Takeshi Sato.
Yeah,
Sato knows how to fucking get out of a rear naked choke. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, but he's not so jiu-jitsu oriented like Claudio Silva was.
Well, there you go. But you can't make an omelet. You know that saying. And
Yeah.
also has nothing to do with this. When I was in, I believe, was it London or it was Manchester for a UFC right after I got the title back in 2007. There's a picture of me in like the doorway of a hotel room, and on the mats in front of me was Eddie Bravo rolling with a very young Gunnar Nelson who wasn't in the UFC.
Really?
Oh, 100. It's out there circulating.
Yeah.
Somebody will listen to this and find it. It's pretty funny. So in the future, that kid was rolling with Eddie. So I was meeting them. I was meeting Eddie and Joe to go out and get some lunch. So I was there, and Eddie was getting a sweat out with Gunnar. And he didn't know he was. That's before Gunnar was, known. He was like a young kid. It's funny. But anyway, I just like to do that whole, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when you see somebody like so young, and then when you watch them grow up and then eventually make it. I mean, for me, that gives me a lot of pride, man. I love to see that when I see these young guys, and then later on I see him in the UFC. Like Mike Davis, I remember watching him in the gym in Orlando, and then now, he's fighting in the UFC. He was actually supposed to be on this card, but he got hurt.
Did you hear that fucking Kevin Holland?
Oh yeah.
They took down a gunman.
Yeah.
In the restaurant shooting, no injuries. How crazy is that?
I know, man. And I wrote him today, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it was a wild night, but it's crazy, man. I think we need to get behind Kevin Holland more, man. I think Kevin Holland has got a lot of star power, and I think we forget about him.
He's like Batman.
Yeah.
He says, look, we ran to the shooter, got him down, strangled him, took the gun from him, and then called the police. I mean, come on, man. That's some Batman shit.
It is.
I'm vengeance. Sorry. You didn't see the movie. That's it. When you see the movie,
I did.
That'll make more sense. Is it sad that during the week I might see the movie by myself?
No. I go to the movies all the time by myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I used to do that in the city. I saw The Big Lebowski by myself.
I saw the tragedy. I saw the tragedy of Macbeth by myself.
It's a tragedy that you fucking even see that. Really? Listen to me. I would see that at gunpoint. Come on, man. I'm talking about Batman. Don't bring that shit up.
Okay, you're right. Bad timing.
I'm only kidding. Listen, all I know is the fights are this weekend. And let me just point people out that it's a UFC Fight Night 204. Volkov versus Aspinall, sorry. And it's in London. You're there. And just so they know about the times, the prelims start at 1 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN Plus. And the main card starts 4 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN Plus. So that's 4 p.m. on this Saturday. Dude, I love when there's a fights on. I do.
So it's going to be a late night for me, but I tell you one thing, man. Ain't no goddamn sun out here in London. I'm like, where is the sun? Ain't no sun.
You should like it. Fucking, you're like one on the cast of Twilight, dude. You don't like the sun. One time you're sitting there like, you're like, dude, what do you like, soak up the, I'm like Superman in that scene of Man of Steel when I have the sun on me and I'm just like, he's like, what are you doing? Like channeling the energy?
Oh yeah, but that's in Abu Dhabi. That's a different type of sun. Like I don't want that sun. I want a normal sun.
That sun got me $5,000. That sun powered me up and I got up there past Michael Bisping. In fairness, he had one leg. And dude, Paul Craig's back on here. Dude, come on, man. I'm not for anybody pulling guard a lot of times, but dude, all day long, pull guard, please.
Man, I saw him and he was out in front of the hotel skateboarding, and we talked about that, man. He said, hey, listen, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get what you want. And he's right, man. Like, if that's his strong suit, to be on his back to submit people, how else he going to get there but other than pull guard?
Dude, man, some people say you can't always get what you want, even though you try sometime, you know? But you get what you need. You fucking missed that, didn't you? You missed it. Yeah. Dean Thomas, I gotta be me. There's no one else for me to be. You understand?
I know. That's why I knew you like West Side Story, because you always break out into random songs anyway.
My wife makes fun of me about it. She's like, we just watched it recently with the kids, and they were a little. I like the songs in it still.
Me too.
But I do like the original better a little bit. I think Tony was a little tougher. This one was a little like,
Yeah.
You know, the other Tony was like, hey, not like that. But he was like, come on, I think there's something out there for me. And he had that little, and next thing you know, he saw Natalie Wood at the fucking pool dance.
Yeah, and got a little wood.
I don't say things like that. I mean, man, well, listen to that song, Big D Energy, please. And, you know, D. Thomas, anything you want to plug, my friend?
Just Matt Serra.
Looking for sorry.
No, wait, looking for a fight. Looking for a fight.
People listening don't know that I was motioning to you, meaning I wanted you to say looking for a fight, but you thought I was saying for you to promote me.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're ever in New York City, stop by Matt Serra's school. Private lessons on him.
Well, if you're in the city, that's Henzo Gracie Academy. Okay, it's on 30th. If you're in Long Island, SarahBJJ.com.
Go check them out. But if you're not in the city or on Long Island, you got the internet. Check out Dana White Looking for a Fight. The last episode. When was the last episode? Houston. The episode we got. Denver. The last episode was Denver. We got another one coming out in Kansas City.
When is that coming out?
I don't know, but it's coming out soon.
News right now. Do you know when that's coming out?
I don't know, but Rory Karpf, the director, told me he saw it and he said it was very good. So
really?
We got it. Yes.
Oh, dude, man, wait till they get a load of you and me. We got the Big D energy. Ready?
All I can say was we was on Laura Sanko's farm doing it.
Oh, fuck! It just came back to me in a sudden, yo. Oh, it's terrible. You are Dean Thomas. I'm not saying what went down exactly, but you need a raise, bro. You're a champ. You are a champ.
Man, I do what I got to do.
You know, me, I'm there for support, though.
I know. I love it, man. I wouldn't be able to do it without your support. I need you there. I need you. You my brother. You my brother, and I need you.
Thank you so much. Me and you do a lot, not only for the sport MMA, but for just race relations everywhere. We do. I genuinely like you.
Well, thank you very much. I like you too.
Well, okay, I'm glad you said it back. All right, listen to me. Dean Thomas, be safe over there, okay? Have a good time, and try those chocolate bars when you're there.
All right, my man. I will catch up.
I'll talk to you soon, and thanks for coming through today, brother.
Peace.
Later, Dean Thomas.